So yeah, it's a great pleasure to be able to speak a few words with regards to the impact and contribution that ICT has had in Sri Lanka's overall ICT industry, and more broadly, I guess, position the country to really be a knowledge and innovation hub across. And I think if I was to sum it up in one word, it's probably a very catalytic role. And it's a tough role where you have multiple stakeholders, multiple, at some points, competing needs of different stakeholders. But it requires a very special, I think, maturity as well as finesse to be able to navigate that. And I think, in my experience, the whole ICT team has done a phenomenal job in terms of really being able to play that role. Whether it be in terms of bringing together private sector, being able to infuse a lot of vision in terms of where we should be heading, enabling an infrastructure for the country and for the government overall to be able to be really digitally enabled. Which is a starting point. If you don't have some of that stuff, everything else kind of falls behind. So really providing a foundation and platform to be able to kind of then from that point onwards for the industry and the private sector to be able to kind of stand upon and be able to kind of reach the stars in many ways, I think is something that all of us are very appreciative and feel that ICT has done a fantastic job. I want to kind of make a few, whether it be Carnegie, who I personally sometimes have some difference of opinions of, but always, I think, they say that conscious contention is really good. It really kind of brings out the best of each other, and I think that's one thing that I've loved being part of this industry, is that it's a very thought-provoking industry. Each of us come to the table potentially with very different points of view, but always aligned with the greater good for the country, and that element has been phenomenal, working with the whole ICT team. The whole team, I think, has been instrumental in terms of nudging each other and nudging us to be able to kind of bring out the best in each other. Events like Disrupt Asia are, fundamentally important in terms of really setting the stage, exposing, I think, the whole country to what the possibilities are, and in many ways creating a celebration of who we are. Something of that scale and magnitude just cannot be organized by anyone else, and I think being able to kind of bring together the whole country and the whole ecosystem in a very meaningful way is something that I think ICT has done a great job. And I think just over the last 2 years, the quality and the magnitude, I think, of how they look at stuff has set a bar. I think it really sets a bar in terms of how each of us want to see ourselves in the future and really be able to kind of push ourselves to do more in the next few years ahead. So I think it was a fantastic job done by the whole team, and I look forward to many more such events that help really kind of inspire and provide a catalytic role for the whole economy to transform.